Hi guys, so tomorrow we go on our trip and basically I thought I'd show you exactly what we'll be taking with us in terms of clothes, accessories, the actual backpack and everything. Okay, so the day pack's attached to the main rucksack via 4 clips. So just undo that, and then it's also zipped at the side and again on the other side. So that attaches. These straps are hidden away in there. And then just basic slipping little buckles, just pop it in there, then you've got your day pack to use. The main backpack's really good, and the main reason is the way I like it, the way it opens. It's not just from the top. So it opens all the way, so you can have everything in your backpack. If you need something that's just at the bottom, you don't have to take everything out first, you can just get straight to the bottom. Absolutely perfect. The other thing is, if you need things which you know you're going to need to get to, is there's this separate section here with mesh, or it's also pretty good just for dirty wash and things like that, keep them separate. Also at the top there, just got little things you can put in if you need to get them really quickly. I keep like a torch or something like that in there, so you know exactly where it is, you can just grab it if you need to. Okay, so that's the bag. Okay, so I'll go through all the clothes we're taking with us just to show you. First of all, what I'm wearing, I've got my walking trainers. Secondly is my crag hopper pants. I really like these, I'm going to travel in these. They're pretty loose, elasticated waist, so a bit of room. Also they unconnect to the knees, so they just turn into a pair of shorts, which is pretty handy. But it's not too obvious by the look of them, so they don't look too sort of geeky. Also they've got really good hidden sort of security pockets. You've got your main pocket there, but then just behind it, hidden behind that seam, is the full zipped-up one. And also on the other side. On the right leg, you've got your cargo pants style one. Okay, so now for the clothes that we're taking. First of all, underwear. So I've got about 4 pairs there, and also a pair I'm wearing now. Put those there. Socks, just a couple of pairs. Obviously most of the places I've got into are actually pretty warm, so the majority of the time I won't be wearing them, because I'll just be wearing flip-flops. Next, t-shirts. 2, 3, so I've got 4 t-shirts here. One of which I will be travelling in, I won't be taking this one. So that's more than enough there, it's easily washed everywhere, it's accessible. Shorts. Just one little pair of sports shorts, which I'll actually be sleeping in if we do dorms and stuff like that. One pair of sort of 3/4 cargo style pants, just pretty handy if you're out and about, all loads of decent pockets in there. One pair of swimming trunks. Okay. One pair of jeans. So as long with these as well, it's the only long pants I'm actually taking. Got one sort of North Face style hoodie. Secondly, I've got like a smart sort of sweater which I can get away with wearing to like quite smart sort of bars, restaurants, places like that if I have to. Also, it's probably the warmest thing I have, so that's pretty useful. Next is a long sleeve shirt, it's just like a casual long sleeve shirt. I tend to wear this in the evenings when the mozzies come out, it keeps the arms covered up. Goes pretty well just with the jeans, or even with like 3/4 length pants, gets pretty useful. Up next is the lightweight raincoat with a detachable hood, which I've unzipped at the moment, which is in the pocket. Pretty good again, waterproof, loads of 6 pockets. It's really good. That one's on the breast there, and also one on the inside there. If you haven't it zipped up, just keep your whatever you need in there, sort of thing. You can just reach in and get it. Pretty useful. And that dries really quick as well. That's the main positive of that sort of thing. Also, a couple of other things. One is the baseball cap. Just saves me doing my hair. Flip-flops or thongs or jangles, depending where you're from, what you call them, will do the same sort of thing. Just really old ones, I've had them since my last trip, so they do the trick. Shades. Couple of shades. On this trip, towards the end of it, I'm actually going to go into some places where it's actually pretty cold. It might get to about -5 to 10 sort of thing. So I've actually brought a beanie hat, scarf inside it. It's pretty good, I'm going to squash that in anywhere. And then also got some pair of gloves as well. Okay, then the other things we're taking obviously is the little accessories you need, wash bag, electronics. So first of all I've got our Ultrabook. You don't even really need a full size one, the only reason I've got this is just to do the video editing really. My SLR, this is my old Nikon, which comes in really useful. And also I've just got a Gorilla Pods, just really useful. You've probably seen these before, but they just bend, you can tie them onto anything, tie it onto fence posts, choose it as a normal tripod, trees, anything at all it attaches your camera to. External hard drive, really good. Also pretty useful for getting movies off people to pass some boring flights and bus journeys away. Keep all the sort of little chargers for the camera, etc. in there for the computer. Just keeps them all tidy so away in the bottom of the bag somewhere rather than getting all tangled up. I've got a bike lock, which is sort of like, it's got a plastic coating around it and then steel. It's really light though, that's what's pretty good. Really good for tying your backpack onto like railings on trains and long bus journeys and stuff. Power plug adapter. Torch, comes in pretty useful, believe me. I was once in a room in Vietnam which had a complete power cut on the 5th floor, and there was no emergency lighting or anything, and it went off for about 5 or 6 hours, so that came pretty handy getting down 5 flights of stairs. Swiss Army knife. It's actually a little bit sort of bent, I don't know if you can see that, it's a bit out of shape because I used it when I went fishing and got fish guts all over it. So the only way I could get it clean was by putting it into boiling water, so obviously that's why it's disshaped a little bit, but it still works perfect. Knife, screwdrivers, scissors, nail file, absolutely everything you can think of on there. Bottle opener, always comes in useful. Second, we've got little travel padlocks, which pretty useful onto the day pack, just through the 2 plastic zips, so nobody can just try open it like that. The other thing as well is if you're doing dorms, it's obviously you all have lockers, but the majority of times they don't have padlocks that come with them. You have to buy them off the hostel, and sometimes the big ones don't actually fit, so I've sort of found they're the best sort of size for that. Earplugs, even if you're not doing dorms, still pretty useful. Trains, buses, helps you sleep, just sort of numbs out the noise. And if you do get unlucky with your dorm mates, it also dulls it out. Okay, so duct tape. So all I've done there is I've just taken a load off the actual roll. So you've not got a big cardboard roll, just put it on a little bit of broken pencil tied around it. Really useful, I've used this before to mend backpacks, other little things like that, that's really good. Also, if you do end up cutting yourself something and you've got like a bandage on it, you can just tie it around you. It's a little sort of fail-safe idea. Tiger balm, picked it up over there last time, so I'm just going to take it with me again. I find it really good for like mosquito bites, things like that, you know, anything that's a little bit itchy. It's also pretty good actually if you get like a chesty sort of cough, it just sort of clears your nose, a sniff it, comes in handy. Okay, microfiber travel towel, which you can see it folds up really small. Not the most attractive colour ever on there. Then it goes into like a full-size bath towel, and it dries so quick. That's the main thing of this, and it's antibacterial. Okay, so pack safe. So obviously you just tie it around your waist sort of thing when you clothes. You can even put it under sort of the waistband of your pants if you want. A couple of separate ones. So obviously passport, money, credit cards, things like that. It's really good. Okay, so this is our wash bag slash medicine bag. It's actually quite big to be honest, but it is for 2 of us and it's not full whatsoever. It's just again, it's an old one I've had, so I'm not going to go out and buy a new one. We don't need to. So inside this is obviously toothbrushes, toothpaste, floss, a small shower gel just to get us started off until we get over there. Also medicine wise, plasters, essentials, things you normally have. Paracetamols, Imodiums, little things like that, which again you can all get out there absolutely fine, but I always take a little bit with us just in case. everything always seems to strike you when you don't want it to. You either be on like a really long train journey or bus journey, or you just need to have a couple of paracetamols just to kill it. And believe me, I once got really ill in Cambodia for a week, and although there are sort of doctors about and sort of chemists everywhere, you're not too sure what's legit, what's not legit, so let's always take some with us. Okay, so that's everything I'm taking with me. Hopefully it's been some help to you. So not too much stuff. It won't be anywhere near as much as Helen with She Packs her bag, probably about 3 times the size to be honest, with hair straighteners and things like that. But yeah, hopefully it should be enough to keep you going for the next few months.